Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hi. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody.
I am Amanada, and welcome to all of our friends here in the chat. Happy Monday.
In the chat. Hello. Amanda, we're beachy. Look at this. We're on the North Carolina beaches. Who knew?
It's freezing in Calgary, and we had 2 hot days, and now summer's over, and I couldn't be happier.
Well, like I said, we're always a day or 2 behind you, so allergies and full drip, but hey, we're feeling it. Oh, Amanda, what do you have on your lap here before we jump into this week?
He's not on my lap, but this is Sully, Captain Sully, all ears, Sullenberger. He decided to jump off. He's a star.
Oh, he is staring down that camera.
Look down the lens. Look down the lens, he says.
That's right.
And also, just so you guys know, I'm wearing a Macy shirt. I bought this at Marshall's last week, and I was like, that looks like the shirt those stupid shirts that Macy and her husband sell on Teen Mom. And now that Teen Mom is over, we got to keep honoring it somehow. So,
you know what? Hey, do you guys all want to be guinea pigs? We have this new little fancy thing, right, that throws up the comments as they come in. Should we try that this week, Amanda?
Oh, I don't really want
Oh, no. Okay, Amanda says, no.
I don't want to do that.
No. No way, babe.
I don't want to change anything.
All right. Well,
let's
just do a little housekeeping before we have a massive list of hot topics this week, like everything on TV. Both of us had weekends to share. So many things. Let's get some housekeeping over with.
Okay. Robin's
Coming up this week on Total Request Podcast, newlyweds, Nick and Jessica. Is this fish or is this chicken what we're eating? Not that episode. It's an episode where Jessica, let's just say, I don't know if she was on the right side of the Me Too movement.
But you're gonna see her wearing a lot of gaucho pants. Or what is that? What are those called?
Oh, they were gaucho pants.
She's wearing
flattering on exactly gauchos in the olden times.
If you want to remember the year 2002, this episode, and I mean, Jessica Simpson has arguably the hottest body, especially in the season because it's right after she cheated Dukes of Hazzard. And even she looks ridiculous in these gaucho pants. Nobody looks sexy in them.
Oh, no.
They're hideous. And they give you
Although it was very satisfying because she had on one of those stretchy, workout headbands, and it was sliding up the back of her head and her neck, everyone. Oh, it was very satisfying. Oh, what else coming up on We Love to Hate TV? This is an amazing episode.
No, baby. It's a Moving Meltdowns.
Oh, part poo.
There's just one fart in this one.
God damn it. Well, listen, it's the beginning of some craziness here, just a little typical. I'll talk about that little memory issue of mine and in some hot topics. So yeah, check that out next week. Of course, I mean, let's just tease it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how to quit you. And yes, there were Brokeback Mountain backgrounds akimbo because it's just fitting.
We did have. Oh, that's a funny cover. And then Girl Dinner, one of our best yet. No,
is this right? God damn it, Amanda! Okay, well, all the pictures. Okay, listen. So here's the thing. Swear to God, it is StreamYard. We now have like very limited amount of photos. So it's like put up, delete, reorder, put up, delete, reorder.
Well, it's not even in here, but here's what we're doing. We're doing another receipts, proof, timelines. Wait, did I just X myself out? Am I still here? Oh, God. Okay, receipts, proof, timelines. John Bonet.
AKA Burke allegedly did it. Okay.
I mean, it's good. But I mean, we solved the case. We cracked it. So that's what's happening on housekeeping. But anyway, let's get into, God, I'm going to turn my new desk fan back on. I'm having flashes. Right, here we go.
I have a Dyson over here on a level 10 straight at me, not rotating. So
like beyond
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. What are we doing? Hot topics. Let's go. Let's go. We can.
Yes.
Fan is
you first. You.
I didn't really do it.
I just had animals.
Okay, I had a lovely, peaceful weekend. And the dogs.
That's fucking amazing.
It's wonderful. No, it was
you had me at peaceful.
I ate a lot, but it was fantastic. I got one of those fantastic 4 Little Caesars pizza. And because they just reviewed it on Doughboys, and they had a bad experience with it, and I got mine, and I almost took a picture of it because it actually looked on the pictures. I ate the whole thing. Anyway, I had dogs here, and so I just wanted to throw up a picture of some of the dogs I had this weekend. Here's some of them. And if you click on this, and it's a live picture, you can't do it obviously right now. But if I had sent this to you and you click on it, the dogs all stay the same, but just their tails start wagging. So it's just like a live picture. Tails all going. It's very, very
also
cute.
Judith Light in the background there, that full poodle with the boots.
Yeah, one of the dogs looks like Judith Light. It's a cute group of dogs. They're all so sweet. Yeah. And then also I just wanted to put up this picture because me and Jody are going to reference it on like all of the episodes for this week. But I went walking in the rain. I just had a wonderful walk last week. It was just an hour walk in the rain. I put on the Hours soundtrack and the whole soundtrack of Yentl, and that came to about an hour walk. And I took this picture, which me and Jody referenced several times. So it's just a picture of Walter and Atticus.
52nd Avenue, Southwest Amanda in the background. So charming, Canada.
Full addendum. But yeah, I had a great weekend. And then actually, see, this is now too much white noise. Now my OCD is like acting up. Okay. I lost a couple clients, or like a couple people like backed out of their stays for me. And I've been really making a shit ton of money. You'd never know it because I'm spending like Cody and Robin, and I don't have 18 kids to support.
Well, yeah, but you're also employing half of Euphoria High downstairs, who are all related cousins.
Half the teens in Brayside. But anyway, so I'm like, God, I really just never have money in my savings account. So I'm like, I was starting to kind of panic because like a couple people dropped out. So then I turned back on my, like, I'm accepting new clients. I got 2 new clients immediately within like 10 minutes. People are clawing down the door to get in here, to get into the Kinski townhouse. So yeah, it was a really great weekend. I watched a lot of movies, a lot of media, which we're going to be talking about today. Now, Jody has a whole bunch of pictures of clay things to show you for her weekend.
I do. So, okay. So I texted Amanda, this is the first time in 3 weeks that I am alone.
Yeah.
No one home.
Oh.
No one around.
Oh my God.
Just me. Scout.
Oh.
Sleeping on the couch over there.
What a little...
And my Robin dollies over there. Okay. So this past weekend, so we've had like all the kids here. And next week we're going to have all of them here again for 2 weeks. So we're like, okay, we're at our point where we're like, we just need to get out of the house and, spread our wings. So what better thing to do as a middle-aged people in the Midwest, but hit up a Menards. You save big money. Do you know Menards? Oh, no. God. Okay. Let Amanda know in the comments. Menards is an experience. Actually, like Home Depot, Lowe's.
Sorry. Can I turn on now that you suggested it and I immediately said no? I kind of would like to see what these comments would do. So how do I do that? Where are you finding that? God knows because we've changed everything.
Comments at the top, it says beta. So let's all cross our fingers and see what happens.
It's taking its time. All right, well, let's see what happens. Let's see if it
cool. just like YouTube last week, if any of you had trouble watching YouTube or anything, YouTube was down for about 24 hours. So that was cool too. Okay, so we're hitting up Menards. Are these working or are these like super tiny on the screen for you guys?
They're really tiny. It wasn't going to do like automatic like that.
God help me.
Look like. We'll see how this goes.
All right, so we're hitting up a Menards, okay? Menards is like a very like Midwestern Home Depot, Lowe's, but they have like, you know, nuts and candies and weird shit. And whatever. It's Menards. Like your dad would live at Menards all weekend. Like he would wake up early Saturday morning, hit up a Menards and like be there all day. All your Christmas gifts will be from Menards. There's games, there's clothes, it's a whole thing. Okay. So we hit up the Menards and instantly like I truly turned into Janelle and I was just walking around to myself. Oh, nerds. Meg, I love that. I'm gonna use that from now on, my nerds. So turned it to Janelle. I'm giggling to myself. I just keep saying over and over, everything's content, baby. Because Adam's like, what are you? He was thinking as I'm showing you this, I'm improvising as if I'm Janelle. In my mind, I'm already saying to you, like, oh, who knew? Oh,
no, I'm already like, even when you talk about it, my soft palate raises into what I would use for a Janelle.
Yes.
Ladies.
One time I said to him, like, I don't know, because you used it, and he was like, ooh. I was like, oh, it's like canon. He's like, oh God, please don't ever say that again. And I realized like that sounds really douchey. That's like saying I have a podcast. But here we go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoy it. First of all, walked in. This one's for me. Okay. And I'm not even joking. I am considering getting one of these for like our garage or to put on the deck. It gets hot out there. I want to feel like I'm getting vitamin D. And also, like, how good does that look? Although I believe this might not be Menards. I think this is actually Blaine's Farm and Fleet, which was our second stop. Hello, Midwest. Anyone?
Jacob says that is a Beyonce fan.
Oh, yeah, it is. Speaking of, did you see Katy Perry on her, like, butterfly thing and, like, fell?
Yeah, people are saying it's fake. Just Jones.
Oh, I can believe it.
Yeah.
Well, she's an astronaut, so there's
yeah, I know. All the comments are saying that. I'm like, if this was fake, you biffed it again because now everyone's just making more fun of your astronaut thing.
Yeah. Okay, so now as I'm going through, Amanda, this is like a little pop quiz for you. Ran across some. Can you make it out? I know it's probably very difficult. It is wood burning tools. I know which aisle Sherry Papini was in.
Oh, that's a reference to something true crimey.
Yep. Also, now we've been looking for a little bird bath, and who knew we're already too late in the season to find a bird bath, like a good bird bath anywhere. Okay, and also we're cheap and we don't want to be spending like $100
in the winter.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled. Does Menards carry boot lamps? They don't, but they do have a lamp section. Their lighting selection is pretty good, actually.
It's getting to the point where it's actually kind of ridiculous that me and Jody don't have boot lamps behind us. Like, I don't know. We're really sleeping on it.
I go to resale shops and antique stores all the time. Haven't seen them. They're way more rare than you think. Janelle should like hang on to those.
Well, no, because everyone on our Facebook page, we love to hate everything. Come join us over there on Facebook. People constantly are posting, look, I saw a boot lamp. And then they always say, oh, I wish I'd ended up getting it. Guys, from now on, if you see a boot lamp, you buy the boot lamp. You're always going to regret not owning the boot lamp.
Yeah. Transcontinental. Well, not continental. Trans country,
border?
Whatever.
International is what it would be.
There we go. We still can't find it. Okay. So I am Janelle. I'm now shifting my focus as a Janelle would do from bird bath to maybe a fountain. A little bubbling fountain, right? That's what Janelle would do. So I say, let's go over by the fountains. You know where it is if you know a Menards. It's in the very front of the garden section on the side. And I try to take very Janelle fashion photos too. So I placed my, my blonde, sugar-free ice espresso, whatever. And I thought this one, gardeners know all the dirt. Who knew?
I was thinking, oh no, sorry. That looked like I was giving you like a non-reaction, but I was like,
oh no.
There was 25 thoughts going through my head at that point. Me and my cousins for my grandma's 90th birthday got together and put through, this was also like through province and city, like all different cities and provinces.
Ooh.
We put together this like picture book with all pictures of us. And then we gave her like a rock like that with all of our like names on it. And she would like openly like was like, I've already seen all these pictures. And she's like, and what am I supposed to do with this? This is for the entire party. And we're like, okay.
She tries returning it at the store. They're like, man, this is personalized. Oh God. What am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
Oh, then there's the classic live, laugh, love. And I left the price tag there on purpose. Are you proud of me? Very Janelle. Also, there's like a paramedic, an EMT memorial, Amanda. Moving on, footprints. Always makes me feel warm and cozy inside. And then, of course, forget the dog. Beware of the kids.
What is this hold, take 'em one?
Now that's my question. I left that in there too. We're unsure. I'm wondering, like is it a hunting thing?
It's obviously an inside joke that we're not privy to.
Hold, take 'em. Let us know in the comments. Oh, okay. Now this one.
Wait, hang on. Let's take this down for a second. I'm about to veer us off into this thing, but I really want everyone to use your brains here. Me and my roommates in college were in a drive-through. Okay. So we paid and then we were up at getting the food. We were waiting to receive the food. And there was this big printed out laminated sign right by the register that said, and it had a picture of a person holding a bag of change or like a bag, like an old timey bag. And it said, drop the bag, beat the change. And we all sat there being like, what could that possibly mean? This was at an Arby's. I so remember this. And they really made us wait too. So we sat, so like, what do you think that means? This is for the second window at a drive-through. So you've paid and now they're going to hand you the food up here and it says, drop the bag, beat the change. What do you think? Because we sat there. I mean, we were stoned, so it was probably 2 minutes, but it felt like an hour really working this out to the point where all of us who were way too stoned to be talking to anyone ended up asking what it meant. So I do know the answer. Drop the bag, the change.
You just give them like a 10 if it's like $8.50 and they keep the tip. I don't know what. I don't get it.
No. Okay, so this is what because we asked and she's like, oh yeah. And when she told us, we were like, well, you did a really bad job of doing that. But it meant the idea for this drive-through was that before this window handed us our change, you should be holding your bag of food out the window. Like, I've never seen a restaurant accomplish that for one, but that's what that meant. Drop the bag, beat the change.
Well, I promise you, no one working at that Arby's figured it out either. Like, we have master's degrees. Everyone in the comments is like, I got nothing. Nope.
No, they didn't. They clearly, they were like, oh, we're supposed to give you your food before the change gets there. And we're like, that's just ironic because we had waited for such a long time. But honestly, the manager of that store had printed it out and laminated it and hung it on the wall. So that was like the only thing on the wall too. We went through the whole thing. Like, what could
that makes sense. Like the manager. This is his tires. It's like on the series Tires, which is on season 2. It's pretty good, you guys. Even though I know Shane Gillis controversial. Oh God, did you see? This is on our list. Shane Gillis hosted the ESPYs.
Oh, I think I scrolled past him saying something. I assumed he offended.
Okay. He made some like WNBA joke, and it was whatever. Check it out. See what you think about it. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of continue this little tour. I can't believe they made a fountain out of a Little Shop of Horrors. Who knew?
I like that.
This one's for Christine. Mermaids. Oh. I'd rather be fishing. We know that. Jesus Christ. Ooh, this one reminds me of Flag. I love camping. Flag.
This one is labeled Flag.
Oh. Reminds me of Gabe and Madison. Oh, those two. Those two.
Oh my God. Okay.
Those two. Like, I just imagine Janelle spending forever there. Just imagine where she's going to put that at Potato Farms. lastly, I wanted to share these two bits of information, and then I'm like so geeked up about this CEO thing, and I know it's like we are within like 3 seconds of it being old, but there's a lot to embrace about the CEO. But I want to throw this out.
It's on me and John's list for this for the weekly roundup, which we're pre-recording now tomorrow. But I'm like, he's like, that's going to be old news by then, and it definitely is. So we need another topic. But we're sure right at the ass end of this. And things are still happening with this, by the way. Things keep
two things I just wanted to, like, this is purely, I'm throwing it out there. If you're interested, whatever, this is not going to be applicable to everyone. First thing, I came across this TikTok and I thought, I'm not trying to like say this is not like meaning to be political. I simply thought this kind of goes with what we talk about like women and gay men being like perhaps like a little bit more emotionally intelligent, evolved. And there is the Daily Mail had this little TikTok with Obama, and what he said I thought was just like so amazing. He was saying that boys and teenagers, college straight men should have, or everyone, right, should have gay mentors. And he talks about how he had this professor in college that was such a mentor, and he was like out and just being like exposed to that and the emotional intelligence. And I just thought it was really profound. I won't really go into it, but go and check it out. I'm sure, you can read the interview. I thought it was just a really like poignant thing that we talk about often. And then the other thing, as I've talked about, totally struggling with like perimenopause and trying to figure out like, am I like ADHD, OCD, all this kind of stuff. There's super antiquated studies of ADHD and women going through perimenopause. And I found this article, if anyone's interested, because we've gotten comments and some emails really quickly. There's this, it's CHADD, CHADD.org. And there's this article, Frenzied, Frazzled, and Overwhelmed, the interaction of hormones and ADHD in women in midlife perimenopause. Those of you, like, just check it out. It was like, I was crying by the end of reading it. So I was like, holy shit.
Because you're in menopause. You're crying because
that. And well, and whether it is, I'm doing like that QB test tomorrow for ADHD, whatever it is, like how a lot of things in young girls are covered up because it's like people pleasers. We just act differently in school and in social situations. So check it out if you're interested.
I don't know why you're all being all like, I don't know if anyone else in our audience will appreciate
Well,
this.
I mean, I know it's not like everyone's thing. I don't want to be like this like perimenopausal, stump speaker or whatever, but it was so helpful and very cathartic reading it. Like, holy shit, I am not crazy. And, I was totally like that when I was younger, but I didn't know what that was. Like, I just thought I was like a nice girl. Check that out.
I never thought I was a nice girl, and I'm not a nice girl. Jody, I'm right with you. I'm 37, and I just got diagnosed with ADHD. And holy cow, knowing this from childhood would have been nice, but better late than never, I guess. I feel like I don't even need to get an ADHD test because it's just so insanely obvious that that's what the problem has always been.
Well, that's an issue too. Is like, I mean, we could go into this. This is like insurance, approving medications to help and therapies to help. Like, you got to do all that kind of shit. But yeah. Oh, Kathy, I'm in menopause now and have ADHD and the horns. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. We should have girl dinner episode. Everyone come and sweat together. That'll be great.
By the way, I just wanted to welcome back the relish tray. It says my Queen's a Coyote Park. We've been off for almost 2 years. Miss y'all so much. We'll never. Look, we missed your relish tray. We know you're my Robin's relish tray.
Okay.
All right. Well, are we into hot? Okay. Well, I guess that kind of was a hot topic.
Please, I'm begging. Let's get into this fucking CEO shit. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think you sent this to me first.
Okay. Oh well, I wake up at like 6 o'clock. So by the time I was by noon, the story had almost finished itself out. But I saw a thing about it by 6 a.m. And that was already like stitches upon stitches of the original thing. So like things had heavily developed overnight. And look, I don't love cancel culture in some aspects, but I love it when people can be held accountable for their actions. There's a difference between cancel culture and also maybe being a warning. So like, hey, see, the worst thing about this cheating thing is, I think for any of the wives that are being cheated on, the worst thing about this shit is how in your face it's not even like he's like sad and like he's fully like they're openly like putting it out there, which is like way more hurtful than at least like keeping it a secret. No, I don't know what to do. Yeah. This is so brazen. So I love it. Oh, do you want to give the story for anyone who is living under a rock?
Right. So there's a couple at a Coldplay concert, they kind of do like the kiss cam, couple cam thing. It goes to a couple, looks like they're in like box seats or whatever the hell. It's this dude, this chick, and, someone at the concert put it on TikTok. She said she like went on with the concert, didn't check. And then she was like, holy shit, it blew up because as soon as they went on the Jumbotron, and this is it, he ducks and leaves her there standing. And then she turns, it goes on TikTok, it blows up. Everyone identifies them. He's the CEO of this company, Astronomer. She's the HR, the head of HR or CEO of HR. And they're both married, kids. They've been cheating. And
says his wife is much hotter, just goes to show you a cheater is going to cheat. Yeah, the thing I always think of is like Halle Berry got cheated on. Jennifer Aniston got cheated on. Like it has nothing to do with that. But then there's a third girl who's kind of there who looks like she knows them, but who's very embarrassed.
That's been debunked now.
Everything's been debunked. I mean, everything. Right. People have investigated this shit, and I love this. This guy's kind of the scapegoat for all cheaters. He's the new Sandoval. But I don't like it. And he's a CEO. So it's like the bad summer for CEOs.
Well, in this, there is I remember talking with a therapist when I was going through something somewhat maybe similar, that there's now this, phenomenon or whatever, people are paying more attention to it, that like, men, after you're married, you have kids, whatever, women tend to become the default parent and a lot of responsibilities, whatever. And now he's not coming first. And he's at work. He's experiencing success. People look up to him. Maybe they respect him. They talk, they joke around, whatever. And then he comes home and his bitch of a wife is like, can you get the dishwasher? Like, well, like,
shut up. Just let me do when I get.
Why doesn't she appreciate me like everyone else? Right. Like I deserve this. I found, just the fact that he ducked and left her there. That's that guy. That's that motherfucker.
Well, and then
that's what he thinks of you.
The thing that I just found out yesterday that is the craziest to me is that it showed Coldplay like last night doing the same concert and being like, hey, everyone, just so you know, we're going to put everyone's face on the big screen. And people are like, oh, that's so funny. He's referencing it. And then a bunch of other people in the comments were like, no, he was already he had done this that night. So he had already this wasn't a new thing that he added just to make fun of the incident. Those two people got that warning, just so you know that we might put you up on the thing.
Well, no one's going to find them out because their egos are so fucking big.
Exactly.
Yeah. And now that they're caught. So it looks like he put out a statement you have over here. A statement.
So, but then,
kiss my fucking ass. A statement. Get over yourself, dude.
Listen, let this play out. So here it says, I want to acknowledge the moment that's been circulating online and the disappointment it's caused. What was supposed to be
disappointment? Oh, you mean destroying your family and embarrassing your family publicly? Disappointment? Done.
Okay. You're going to get more and more enraged as this goes, but just hold your thoughts because then I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
What was supposed to be a night of music and joy turned into a deeply personal mistake playing out on a very public stage. I want to sincerely apologize to my wife, my family, and the team at Astronomer. You deserve better from me as a partner, as a father, and as a leader. This is not who I want to be or how I want to represent the company I helped build. I'm taking time to reflect.
Build it. Oh, okay. Pat on your back, you little fucking baby boy.
Personally and professionally, I ask for privacy. I want to express how troubling it is that this has been, this should have been a private moment became public without my consent. I respect artists and entertainers, but I hope we can all think more deeply about the impact of turning someone else's life into a spectacle. As a friend, okay, just hold your thoughts, Jody.
I'm not reading any further. Like, I'm just gonna listen to you. Okay, go.
A friend once sang, this is cool.
No.
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you, Andy. Okay, so listen, just
a friend.
Just hold your thoughts. This comes out, internet goes fucking ape shit, right? Like, everyone's posting it, everyone's wilding out about this. Turns out this was just made up by somebody with 75 followers on Twitter, whose screen name is P.Enos.
Okay, well, now I love that person.
But this person was interviewed and was like, I didn't realize it would go viral. I thought it would just be something funny to write. But this is how fucking rabid everyone is about this.
This is the reason it took off is because it is so believable.
Oh, exactly.
This is exactly what that guy would write.
That statement is so funny because it is very normal. You wouldn't.
It's spot on. He did the dude a fucking favor.
Yeah.
That, like, it is what he wrote. Now, we have seen that, like, the dude's son has been on TikTok and been like, yeah, we're at our grandparents'.
Yeah. Like, here for the man. Here is happening. Everyone's making fun of it. They're doing kiss cams on at different games. The Phillies, what are these things called? These horrifying things. They did, but now I think in a lot of stadiums they're doing a full kiss cam, like da 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 da.
Yes. So I have a clip.
You acted out. Okay, good.
Yes. And I have a little clip on TikTok because, like, I'm trying to fully embrace my my new home, the Madison, Wisconsin area, and Coldplay had their, like, first concert there after that at here in Madison. So I have a little thing of that. What?
I love Coldplay.
Oh, well, okay. So a lot of people are saying this in the comments, and then this is a TikTok. If you can find it, go and watch it. Like, I watched it so many times. It was so funny. So it's this couple, and they're like, this is what they should have done, which is what everyone's saying, like, act normal, and no one would have fucking filmed it and put it up. So this guy is saying, like, if Coldplay caught us cheating, and he's like pretending that, he's like taking this stalker down, like, no, I'm married, I'm taking you down, bitch. And then he's he's like doing the Heimlich on her and, like, all this kind of stuff, like how to play it off. It's hilarious. But here's a little clippy poo. Oh wait, are we gonna get demonetized from it?
Is there music playing?
Yeah, probably. Okay, well, whatever. It's everyone's doing it at the Coldplay concerts. It's a little cheesy, and again, it'll be old.
We made no money last week on our live because YouTube decided to do some fun update where it didn't actually process the video until the next day. It's fun.
Yes. Yeah. So what was the other thing? I think I had. Oh, okay. I need more about the CEO cheating. We'll be watching those. Find them on TikTok.
No, there's a couple other things from the CEO cheating that have just been, like, new things coming in. It turns out that girl was not involved in the company. The woman was HR, the one who was cheating. The wife has then since put out a statement, but I don't even know if it's real. But I feel like it might be real, actually, because she said, whoever it was said something kind of inspirational where it's like, I'm not spiraling, I'm ascending upward. I like that.
Oh,
really not. And then there's a couple typos at the end. So to me, I kind of believe it might actually be her just writing it in, like, some kind of manic state after, like, a couple glasses, which I fully support at like 2 a.m. But either way, the wife has, she's going to be set for fucking life now. Like, she's having, this is the best fucking
anything you want, you got it.
Like, this is awesome.
Although, even when someone's blatantly at fault and a piece of shit, sometimes they want to hold their ground and try to fight back. And I mean, just if you're the cheater, just I'm saying my own circumstances. Like, he'll find an attorney and he'll try to, like, fight his wife on shit. He will, like, look what the dude's doing now. He thinks he's above it all. Okay, in more news, Amanda, don't know if you heard about this, but watch out, guys.
What?
That's right. That is Tonya Chimp from Chimp Crazy.
Holy shit.
Yes, she was arrested. Yes, by the not Border Patrol, like state troopers, because there's been this ongoing litigation with PETA, and she owes PETA money, and she was in contempt of court, and they arrested her, and she spent, I think, like one night and one day in jail, and her husband is also charged, and he will have to report to jail. Who knows, what time and all that kind of stuff, but there's her mugshot without her wig. It is kind of sad, but like, you're abusing animals, and pay back what you need to pay back. And so PETA has said, PETA spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to find Tonka, get him out of the cage in Tonya Haddock's basement, and move him to the spacious sanctuary where he's now thriving. And Haddock can't keep dodging the court's orders to pay back the money she owes. PETA trusts this jail time will be a taste of the longer sentence she'll face next month.
Good. I mean, put her
dun, dun, dun.
I really wish that Chimp Crazy show, I was fine watching all of it, and even the Travis stuff, I feel like I immersed myself in the Travis the Chimp shit so much when it was happening and the years following that didn't even trigger me so much. But just like the one moment that really stuck with me that I wish I hadn't seen was just when it does show Tonka in her basement and just like how lonely he was. I just really hate remembering that I saw that. I hate it. But I mean, at least for anyone who doesn't know, he's fine now. He's like living.
Yes.
Alan Cumming definitely thought he was going to get like a one-on-one.
I totally forgot about it.
There. He's like, hi, Tonk.
Remember me? Tonka's like throwing his feces at him.
The new documentary that I am like buzzing. It hasn't even been announced. I don't even know if anyone's developing it. But when people finally catch up with those Greg family, the Michelle Gregg, the one whose son ran into that gorilla exhibit, the Harambe. I would love to see a train wreck on that. And like how crazy.
I think it's a good thing. Do you think she's changed her name like Jeff Gillooly? Do you know that one? Tonya Harding?
Oh, Jeff Gillooly?
Well, I know I'm asking anyone else because I think we're probably the only two people who remember Jeff Gillooly. And that wedding night porn tape, remember that?
Whose wedding night?
Tonya Harding and Jeff Gillooly.
There is a joke in Seinfeld, the one with that Midler's in where who that piano bar singer that I thought was my friend years and years ago told me I look just like Bette Midler. Wouldn't shut up about it. I watched First Wives Club this weekend for the first time since like
you're gonna say it.
And she looks it's not. I wasn't even thinking, she looks like Jodie. I was just like, she just looks great. She's just so great. I love Bette Midler. So shut up. And she's the best Mama Rose. Although I do think Audrey McDonald is better. Where was I going with that? Oh, there's a joke in Seinfeld where Jerry and George get accused of like on purpose running her down so the understudy had to go in, and Jerry makes a joke about like, people are calling me Gillooly, and I always respected that joke for them not explaining what that was. They kind of left jokes up to the audience to actually figure out. It was also at the time of that happening, but
I love everyone in the comments like, oh yeah, Jeff. Jeff and I go way back. We know Jeff. Of course.
Tonya is actually a really good movie. I saw that at the what's it called? The Alamo Draft House, where you go to the movies and they like bring you like order food and they bring it to your tables.
Oh, fancy.
Too much point. It was an overstimulating experience.
Oh, speaking of overstimulation, Amanda, I don't know where you've been, but yesterday I was 3 plane crashes, right? Like things.
Okay, I think
in my face.
Yes.
Okay. First, I get this CNN alert.
You labeled these as Fielder, Captain.
Yeah.
All ears.
Fielder method. Yes. A Dallas regional carrier pilot basically had to dodge an Air Force B-52 bomber. What the fuck is going on, you guys? And then
because they fired all of the flight aviation people. That's what's going on.
Then here, another plane at LAX fucking catches fire. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not going to that Backstreet Boys concert, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, right. Then yesterday, we're driving to drop the kids off, and we see, so there's if you guys were like in Illinois, whatever, they're like Rochelle, there's like a skydiving area. So like you'll see like, helicopters, people skydiving, whatever. And yesterday there was like a really low plane, and it was like, Charlie was like, oh my God, look at that plane. It's really low. And it was like sideways. And then it like turned and went down. And then all of a sudden, like we saw it sideways again. And I was like, and he's like, oh my God, wouldn't that be crazy if we saw a plane crash? And I'm like, well, it wouldn't be the first time I saw a plane crash. Do you remember Grandma? It was like 30 years never gaslit me. Like I was like, this is not going to happen. Turns out it was a crop duster. So everything was okay. But let's be on alert. Okay. I just want the fielder method. When you see these things, comment to like the pilots or something like, are you using the fielder method? Because I do think it will save lives.
This one, the pilot, I saw a video where the pilot was on the intercom, and he's like, I loved it because he was being professional, but also a little bitchy. He's like, yeah, so if you happen to feel that turbulence, it's because, I was saving our lives from crashing into another plane that no one told me about. And I kind of respect it that he was a little sassy.
Hey, speaking of like turbulence and plane crashes, shall we get into
travel? Amy,
have you seen Amy Bradley Missing? It is on Netflix. It is 3 episodes. I've never like not blinked for 3 episodes long. It was amazing. Did you love it? I needed this.
Yeah, it was at the end of it, my thoughts are, I think she definitely got off. Here's the thing. I feel like all things lead to, all evidence would lead to what's called Occam's razor would be just that she fell off the balcony.
Yes. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, this is in 1998, March 1998. A family of 4, mom, dad in their 40s, by the way. That was another like, the mom's my age there. Okay. They take their 21 and 23, 24-year-old son and daughter on a cruise. They go to dinner. They seem to think that the wait staff was paying a lot of attention to her, that there's this bass player in the band that was paying attention to her. She and her brother go drinking that night, kind of partying. Everyone's in bed. She comes in. Brother talks to her. She's on the balcony of their little room. The dad wakes up. He knows that he saw her feet out there at 5:30 a.m. And then by 6 a.m., he wakes up again and she's not there. But the yellow shirt she was wearing is there. She's gone. Unfortunately, there's no record that the boat keeps of when people leave their rooms. So they report her missing immediately the next morning. And ever since then, it's been, did she jump off the boat? Did foul play happen? She was dumped off the boat. Was she taken off the boat and sex trafficked, or was she killed?
Right.
And it's been unsolved since 1998.
I who think she fell off the boat? Heather McDonald, because I saw she did another one of those TikToks where she just got out of bed and she's only wearing glasses and she doesn't have makeup on. She looks gorgeous. Again, Heather McDonald. Second TikTok of yours I've seen where you're not wearing makeup. You look so good. She thinks that definitely that like she just didn't get off the ship at all. But as people were saying in the comments here, there's a picture that came out of a sex worker, and I just think that it's her. And they weren't
the FBI says it's her.
FBI were like, they had like professionals like do like all the testing of computer shit. Obvious, it is her. And then then there's this whole thing where like the daughter of like the band leader, who seems like he might be a little bit of an absent father, weird for a musician. But she like calls him, and it's like a coup kind of for a second there. Operation. And she's like,
yeah,
what happened with that Amy Bradley girl? He's like, I don't know. He's like, I don't know. I danced with a lot of people. But then was it him that had a bunch of pictures of like other people?
He brought a suitcase back of all these pictures of like Caucasian women.
Yeah. And then other people were saying, well, those are probably the ones that weren't sold. Those are like, he goes out and he like takes like that all does make sense. I think she was probably sex trafficked. And then unfortunately, I feel like maybe there was no use for her after that. And unfortunately that the case got so much attention probably also didn't bode well for them just releasing her. So,
yeah. Well, and then, I mean, we find out that she came out to her parents and they weren't super supportive. They interviewed like two of her ex-girlfriends. The letter in the bottle thing is a little eerie.
Yeah.
Now in the comments, people are saying maybe the brother.
Well, I don't think the brother had anything to do with it. He also, you know what I enjoyed about him is that, well, also he might be some kind of fucking serial killer. He is a man after all. But he did say, like, I liked his storyline, not for the reason, but he said because he was so traumatized, he has decided to be like single and like child free for life.
I can understand.
I would respect that, but then I'm like, well, the reason is like horrifying. But then I guess he came out this week on Twitter, and I think he's probably been waiting for this, where he's like, now people will actually like give this more traction. But he's kind of in a way blaming Scientologists. Am I wrong, guys? He said that like he saw Amy talking to two women that were in uniform, but it wasn't the cruise ship uniform. And
it was the Sea Org?
Huh?
It was like the Sea Org uniforms?
Oh, is that what? I've never heard that word in my life. But yes.
Oh, babe. You gotta watch Going Clear. Okay.
So it might be that too. That's like something I just saw the past like 24 hours. I don't know. This weekend was like a blur for me. But
I don't know. Like I see that it could be her in the photos, but also not.
It really looks like it was the FBI. Like several different experts on different things said that. But
again, the easiest conclusion is like she fell overboard. She went overboard. That creeper in the room next to her like pulled her over, was like, hey, come here. She goes, splashing in the water. Like he's kind of creepy.
Why don't we talk about the cruise director? That was like,
I was just going to say, let's not overlook the fact that everyone working on that ship is just fucking. I mean, during Poop Cruise, the crew was still fucking each other. Like people are there to fuck. And that cruise director, gross.
I'm like, do you know what you're saying? I feel like he must just be I feel like only a full narcissist would be so bold as to say these things out loud. Like even Cody Brown has the wherewithal to try to censor himself. Like I don't think he'd be like, people paid. I mean, so a girl died. I don't really care. Sorry. That's what this guy is saying to us.
Like we're not going to wake people up at 7 a.m. when we dock 20 minutes later and they could sleep for those 20 minutes. Like there should be, I mean, anyone know who have been on cruises? Like, do they have some sort of like an alarm or a ding or like, at stores, I feel like there's like, a Charlie alert or a blue light alert or, whatever, meaning like, there's someone missing in the.
Because in Tina Fey's book, she talks about how their ship her honeymoon cruise ship got caught on fire or something. Like her honeymoon turned out to be a disaster. And I think it was Tina Fey. She said that she talked to maybe one of like the performers in the show. I might be messing this up with a different story.
Okay.
Somebody was watching a show and they had to stop the show and they said like green light alert or something like that. So they said some code word and all the performers like scrambled. So like they know certain things. And then we also did that episode of CSI that's about the cruise ship.
Yeah.
Right. They go through all of this.
And they showed us that's a quick turnover. That's a quick turnover in port.
Not get the new people on.
I did think the retired officer who was like, I shouldn't have been going to this brothel, but I went to the bar, whatever. Of course, I didn't tell them that I went to that place and there's a missing girl because I would have gotten in trouble. I would have been dishonorably, discharged. I did believe his story because there is no upside for him to come forward and say, I saw this girl. She said, my name is Amy Bradley. And I do believe the guy that hooked up with the IT guy who now they run the website that he's like, I saw her on the beach. And she like looked at me if I only had 10 more seconds. And you could tell in his gut. It really is good. I hope someone does come forward with some little bit of information.
Me too.
I do think they're onto something though, like with that IP addresses that like someone is logging in every holiday and checking this website to look at the parents' photos and all of that. I hope it's like a don't don't F with cats sort of thing where people will.
Breaking news here. Breaking news. Rebecca in the comments just wrote that Malcolm Jamal Warner from The Cosby Show has died drowning.
What? Theo?
Dead at 54. Theo, yes. I've never seen an episode of The Cosby Show in my life.
What?
Basic cable in Canada.
The Cosby kids were why my parents hated us all so much. They used to say, why can't you kids just be like the Cosby kids?
I know other things about Bill Cosby, though. I've heard other things about him.
Yeah.
Oh, I also heard
about God, drowning. Yeah. Oh, in Costa Rica with his family. God, you guys, what's going on?
Water on a ship or even off a ship. Just don't touch it.
You know what, Amanda, can I just jump really quickly out of order? Speaking of this Costa Rica, this is a perfect transition. I just want to throw this out there that if you are not watching Bachelor in Paradise, I believe it might be on tonight, tomorrow, and probably every other night this week. The golden showers are there and it's heating up. Look who's there on the top. There's Ellen with a fresh facelift and the golden woman bottom right with like the light yellow. All the dudes want to.
I don't recognize any of those people.
She's
people
like a total slut. So check that out. They're in Costa Rica and they are in a hotel with air conditioning this season. So
you gotta
check it out for some senior citizen porn this week.
All right. Well, are we done with Amy Bradley?
Yes, sadly, but I hope to God this takes off.
Great doc. I mean, we did know about this case, and I always also it's with all of these documentaries, I must say, and even like Garrison's storyline on Sister Wives, it's nice that you get new pictures with stuff like this. You get new footage, and not just because Amy Bradley, it's that one fucking picture where I gotta say. What I learned from this documentary was that she seemed like a real good time. And the one picture they always use of her, she looks like kind of a square. I mean, it's the 90s, so everyone kind of looked bad. But like
I know, and like the bad haircut. I'm like, God.
But then all the other pictures and footage of her, she seems like she was so fun. So that kind of changed the whole like narrative for me. Okay, well, somebody up in the comments mentioned they wanted to shout out Cole Escola on Good Hang. Me and Joe.
We talked about that last week.
Me and John
can't get enough.
It's so good. I've watched that Lindsey Graham clip 100 times. I was like, I'm so sorry, everybody.
I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I just love working in comedy because you just get to come to work and play.
Oh my God, you guys, it's so good. But anyway, because my obsession with that episode, I have moved on, or I this weekend interspersed in my ADHD viewing in between TikTok. I blasted out 1.5 seasons so far of Difficult People. Which, I mean, guys, we need to get back. We need to all do a rewatch of this right now. It is so watchable. They are so cunty, very ahead of its time for the level of.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
She's great too.
She's so funny.
Yeah, I really, and Billy Eichner, and he's also not really playing like the Billy Eichner, Billy on the Street character. It's like me and John walking around, really, New York existing together, and everything about it. And Cole Escola's in it. And I found him so annoying when I originally watched the show, but now I really get it. And even Gabourey Sidibe is kind of good in it. I was
just going to say, that's my one, like.
She's kind of awful, but like, it's not as bad as I remember. And there's a trans character who's basically the Billy Lee from Sandoval, from Vanderpump. But she's a trans woman and she plays the hostess, and like her ongoing storyline that I forgot about was that she's a 9/11 conspiracy theorist. And it's such a funny running storyline. So it's on Hulu. It only got 3 seasons. I think it should have, like, in today's world, I think it would have gotten more, but if you guys haven't watched,
it's so good.
Every episode is so funny, and the writing is great. I want to say we've done 2 TRP episodes that are, I mean, they're in the archives. They're there for you. Yeah, we did. And then we did there's a Hamilton one, which I haven't gotten to yet, but Cole is very heavily on that. But God, that must have been such a fun set. And Andrea Martin's in it too. And Andrea Martin is just such a perfect like example of, she's like this old Jewish rich woman living in Great Neck, and just the way she loves her daughter, but the way she keeps calling her boyfriend an alcoholic. She's like, well, she's never going to marry that alcoholic she lives with, but he doesn't have a drinking problem at all. This is just something she's dubbed him as. And she's just the perfect example of like all the women on my mom's side of the family. They're just that, like, love their, but they're very, it's all about appearance.
Judgmental.
And I'll make a little passive aggressive comment. Oh, suck it up. So difficult people, check that out. Next on my list, I went to a movie. I took another teen, my cousin, to a movie, and I've been preparing for this for like.
You're the dean of Euphoria High.
I am.
You're the dean of students.
I'm trying to think of an adult. Hey, you know what? I'm like the mom. I'm like the Sydney Sweeney mom. What's her name? She's like that famous actress, and she's in Legally Blonde, and she's in, I'm doing a horrible job of, she's also she's Marsha's friend in the Brady Bunch movie. And she's also in Legally Blonde, and she's like in everything. And she's also in Waiting. She's like the angry waitress in Waiting. Please put her name out here. Okay. Anyway, I'm her. I'm taking my cousin to a movie is where this is going. I took my little cousin to a movie. I've been preparing for it for 2 weeks. I've been buying snacks and like.
It was so cute. Amanda took a picture of all the snacks she had picked out, and she's like, "Do you think teens will like this?" Like, oh, and you have like Ritz crackers. It was adorable. I didn't notice that they were Ritz sandwich crackers.
No, you pointed out. I got the wrong ones. I bought regular Ritz. So I went back and got the Ritz cheesy crackers. So I had this whole bag. We pull up to the theater, and it was just, everything's just great. I love this kid. Also, like at one point she started kind of trauma dumping on me a little bit, and I don't mind that, but I wish that next time I hang out with them, I'm going to have more advice planned, because when it was happening, I was like, I should have put this together, that I might have to actually give some like adult advice to a child who's trying to like reach out. Anyway, we get there. We get our
one moment. I'm sorry. Wendy's front yard says Alana Eubach.
Yes, you know who she is. Alana Eubach. She's like, she should have an Oscar. Anyway, we get there. We get our popcorn. I get my 3 things of jalapenos to mix in that popcorn. I'm feeling so cool. And then her dad, my cousin, messaged me and was like, "Let me know your email so I can transfer you some money." And I was like, "Don't worry, it's all on me." We get up there, and like there's this girl and we are the only ones in the theater, us and like 3 single people at the movie. So we're walking into, she's supposed to like scan our tickets, and she's like scanning with this huge iPad on my phone, and she's like shaking, and she just looked like she was gonna like vomit. And I was like, "What's wrong with this girl?" And she's like, "Do you mind if I check your bags for outside items?" And I was like, "Oh, you do that?" And she's like, "It's a new policy." And I was just like,
Oh my gosh.
40 years of movie going, I've never actually been asked for that. It's always been a myth. It's been a myth that they're going to check.
I have lived in fear of that literally my entire life.
But then I just started.
Because my mom would, I've told you this, she would bring in 2 cans of a generic Aldi, like cream soda, diet cream soda or something disgusting that the whole family of 6 would share, crack it open. And then she would bring a microwave bag of popcorn in her purse. Take it out. That's what we're eating. Yeah. And I was always fearful, like, oh my God, you're not supposed to bring, oh my God.
But they don't. They never, me and Justine just bring in like a whole bag.
They're going to confiscate your food. Can't you say you have allergies?
And I was like, what am I going to do here? This girl looked like she was going to fucking pass out. Like, I know that's what the problem was, that she was probably like, fuck, because I had like a whole like bag, just I was like, reason. I'm like, well, I guess we'll have to run back to our car. And she's like, okay, well, you can put your bag up here at the front if you want. I'm like, no, we'll run back to the car. So we go. Luckily, all the youth these days dress so horribly that my cousin had like huge jeans on, so she put everything in it. She could have like as like a school shooter, really. She could put everything.
Oh, careful.
We lost the Cheez-Its, but we had a whole bunch of candy. So we go back in, and this girl kept apologizing.
Which theater in Calgary? So people know.
The Landmark Cinema in Shaughnessy. So if anyone from Southwest or Southeast, don't bring food.
Careful.
Then I went back out, or I'm like, well, now I need to get us drinks. So we sit down. I go back and get drinks, and I'm like talking to this other teen. He's probably 14. This kid.
And then you're parenting. What is this?
I was the only adult in the theater. I'm telling you. And I'm like, well, are there free refills? And he's like, No, there's not. And I wanted to be, at this point, I wanted to be like, do you think I'm going to hit you? Like, I'm not, I'm being very nice. I'm not mad. So I'm like, are there free refills? And he's like, well, you need to be a member, but I'll just give you this card. And when you come back, I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is not a big deal. Anyway, the movie was
That's
great.
how I live my life. Like that truly would be how I would be too, because I'd be terrified to ask someone and then have to take it away. And then it'd be someone like my mom who would be like, I need to talk to your manager.
This is that was my decision. I'm like, I could really Karen out right now, but I'm like, what's the other option? Movie theaters, no one goes to the movies anymore. This is how they make their money off of concessions. Yeah. Like the other option is movies close down. Here's the movie I saw. I Know What You Did Last Summer, which maybe was a bad idea to actually take a 13 going on 14-year-old to, because they didn't know any of the references. They'd never heard of the movie before, didn't know who Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr. were. So when they came up on the screen, I'm gasping. I'm like hooting and hollering. They didn't, and I thought the movie was very cheesy. There's a lot of, now it is canon for the first movie, so it's a continuation of the story, which I appreciate.
Okay.
And it's a lot of fan service, it's like an And Just Like That episode. It's And Just Like That compared to the original. So they'll have a lot of references in there where very fan service. And I had a couple of thoughts where I was like, well, I'm cynical, so I thought that was really stupid. But for the people this movie is made for, they're gonna love this. For the real demographic, they're gonna love this. But then I'm sitting there thinking, I'm the demographic for this. I was literally like 15 when this movie came out. So I should be eating this up. And even I was like, no. Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Skip it.
No, because I actually wouldn't say skip it. It's only an hour and like 45 minutes. So love that. And and then the young kids in it, like the leads of it, Aster knew all of them. And I'm like, I've never seen any of these people in my life. So it was one of the first times in a while that I realized how old I am. I am old. Other people view me as an older person. And I feel like not hip for the first time. I'm like, yeah, getting all this. At one point, Jennifer Love Hewitt does say, "What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?" And it's groaner, real groaner on that one. Then there's a mid-credit sequence, which is kind of nice. We stayed for it.
Oh,
which no one would get.
Little Easter egg.
Little Easter egg, or a little like maybe they're probably going to do another movie now, another sequel.
How did you like the twist?
I mean. It was like one of the many twists, one of the many endings that I had predicted. I didn't hate it. I think that it's a cute thing to go to with your other millennial friends. You're in and out, but don't.
No kids, teens.
No, well here's where I was originally going with that thought. Aster was pretty free. They're like, it wasn't that scary. And I'm like, oh, did you find that like scary? I thought that was like really dumb. They're like, no, it wasn't. But I think they were just trying to be brave. And I'm like, oh, maybe I should have taken you to that. I don't know. Parents should.
How old are they?
What? 13.
How old are they? Oh, old enough, please.
I don't think it was scary. There was nothing like scary. There was jump scares that you could feel coming a mile away. Then I went home and I watched the original movie and I'm like, this is good. This is good. The acting was good.
Yeah. Yeah. God, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Remember when she was engaged to Carson Daly?
Oh my God. Well, Jennifer Love Hewitt arrived to the red carpet in a dress and she's gained some weight in her.
Oh, I saw that on TikTok. They're like, oh my God, she's like a refrigerator. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
You brought her. If like
amazing.
We went as the date to like some office party, everyone in the office would be like, who is that? Like,
yeah, how did he land that one? How did he pull that one?
She looks amazing. So whatever. Right. Oh, the acting is really bad. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze, really rough.
Jennifer Love Hewitt will always be on Kids Incorporated for me, and that's all I see. As Mario Lopez was too.
But anyway, it's not.
Right, I got some more. Okay, I got some more to blast through. Just some recommendations. If you are not watching it, hopefully you are. This is on HBO Max. Back to the Frontier. There are 2 episodes. The third one comes out like Thursday or Friday. I fucking love this. It's 3 families. There's like gay dads or 2 sons. And then the family. Okay, so the dude you see up right here in front, it's his mom, his wife, his 2 sons. And then there's a family of 5 that also is also there. And there's like a little bit of friction already. And I just love it. It's like, I honestly think you would like it. I totally geek out over this stuff. And it's really good.
I actually would like it because I watched it. I watched both episodes this morning.
You did?
Jody. Yes.
Oh my God. Tell me. Do you love it?
I loved it. Yeah, and I'm like obsessed with it. I think that the families are all really good because none of the kids are absolutely hateable. Like even the 2, like there's like a white family, a black family, and a gay family. That's just kind of
sure. Yes.
But
okay.
It's really fascinating to kind of watch that. Also, the black family's killing it. They're like, oh, we put up a whole wall.
Yes. So this is a reality show. They basically are taking 3 families and they have to live strictly like they did back on the frontier.
What got me interested is that it's filmed right here in Calgary.
I was wondering where it filmed.
Yeah, it's like an hour. It's right by my mom's house.
I mean, yeah, it is stunning, and I really want to do this. We're like, oh my God, we should do this. We should do this.
I was watching this and I'm like, okay, gender roles aside, I'm watching this and I'm like, this is where gender roles really did work because doing something equally. And I was watching it, other than the air conditioning and maybe not having TikTok, but I'm like, this seems like a great family dynamic. Like you all live in the same house and you all wake up and you all work and you eat the things that you like, you feel like you've accomplished something. I'm like, that's
immediately Adam and I were like, oh my God, we totally do this. So we're like, well, 75% of our kids would die on the second day because they wouldn't eat. And we're like, this is what they need. No, you're eating the fucking beans if you want to eat. Oh, like it's canned pears and peaches. I do think they set them up a little bit better than like the original PBS, but I think they're doing a really good job. Now, the only thing I wasn't clear to me is how long they're doing it. Because I feel like one of the Hall family daughters who's using lard as she's using the beef tallow as eyebrow gel. And I'm like, I don't know why you're doing that because you're gonna break out instantly. But what the fuck was I saying? Oh, she said something like we have to make it to the end of the summer.
Yeah, they're gonna be there a couple months, I think.
See, the original, they were there for a year. And so I really wanted to make it a year.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's another documentary that's like this that is in Canada. And there was a twist on it. And I won't give it away. I'll find it. And I'll talk about it next week. It's an excellent one. And they really follow, it's like several episodes of, I think it ends up being 2 families for an entire year. And it's just, it is like wholesome. And I know it's like Chip and Joanna Gaines, but you wouldn't tell. They're not like narrating it or anything like that. I think it's great. And just like, yeah, what are you going to live with? And like the 2 dads with the sons, and they're like running around. The sons are like breaking the broom. And then it's like, hey, buddy. Hey, Can you stop doing that? Can you stop doing that? And the kid hits him in the face with the broom. And he was like, hey, can you not do that?
It's like so embarrassing because the
cameras aside, I would have taken that broom and be like, here, do you like that? That's what you just did to me.
Yeah.
This is our broom.
You know who the real star of the show is Grandma on the...
Oh, Grandma Loper.
Oh my God, she's so funny. She's like, it's just a penny.
Smiles.
Just a penny. She's so great. And I also feel like she's just watching this like, okay, this is fine. Like, this is not... I don't know how old this woman is. She could be 50. But
thank you. Sorry that Ashley, the Canadian was called Pioneer Quest. Write that down. Thank you. I'm going to rewatch it. Pioneer Quest. There's a twist in the first couple episodes. Watch it. It's excellent. Nana Loper. So, oh my gosh, I forgot her name. The wife and the mom in that family. It's Joaquin and I forgot her name. First of all, I give her a lot of credit because I don't think a lot of people could just like bring their mother-in-law around. But I found it like very reassuring and very kind when, I forgot her name, when she was trying to start the stove and like, she didn't open the flue and she wasn't sure how to start it. And Nana Loper, Stacy, thank you. Nana comes over to Stacy and she's like, listen, you hear that? You got a good fire going. And it was just so like, oh, it was so sweet. And like, I wanted a hug from her. And she's so like kind and patient and doesn't overstep her daughter-in-law. And it was just amazing. Watch this freaking show. And I think they're only like 40-minute episodes.
Yeah, they are. They're
great.
short. I love it.
Yeah.
I was so happy to see that there's only 2 episodes like so far.
Yes.
So like I'm actually now caught up. I love it.
Also, if you're not catching up on it, get on over to Building the Band. Hey guys, it's AJ McLean. I don't know why you're not watching this, Amanda. It's got the drama of A Love is Blind with the bad harmonies of like a Making the Band mixed with The Voice. There's a love a rift between 2 bands. There's a villain in one that's losing. This Allison chick, if anyone's watching it, this Allison chick is getting torn apart on social media. Like, move over Robin and Cody, because she's losing like tens of thousands. I think she's down to like 5,000 followers. And I'm like, yep. So when you're a bitch, that's what happens when you're condescending. It's cheesy. I would say you could like skip the first set of 4 episodes really and just jump into the second set. Really good. And okay, wait. I'm just going to recommend one more. If you haven't been watching it, kind of just going to jump here for a second. Because all I have to say is, if you're not watching Destination X on Peacock with Denny. We're down to, I believe, the final 3. And it's getting pretty good. Final 3, 4. It's excellent. Check it out. Way better than you think. It's really good. Easy reality show to watch. Excellent.
All right, well, let's get into. Oh, did you want to talk about OC?
Yeah, I'll throw that in here now. Orange County. All right. You don't watch this one, Amanda. It's had some highs and low seasons for sure, but Gretchen Rossi is back. Did you go to Bass Lake? She back. And Slade Smiley is back. And we got Gina, who's mad at Katie, who's mad at Tamra, who's mad at it's so messy in classic OC.
What's you go to Bass Lake? What's that?
You go to Bass Lake. So Tamra Judge, you know Tamra?
Of course.
Okay, so Tamra, like 15 years ago, do you know Gretchen Rossi? Do you know who Gretchen is? She's not on the, she's not holding an orange.
The one that says, it's my opinion.
Yes.
Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite quotes of all time, honestly.
Okay. So a long time ago, Gretchen, who is now married to Slade. Slade was actually engaged to another housewife who's no longer on the show. Gretchen and Slade are back. They now have a kid. They never got married. They get kind of called out on their fake engagement and shit. Yes, naked wasted. So Tamra at the time was accusing Gretchen of cheating on her older fiance, like Golden Bachelor fiance, who is dying of cancer. And so Tamra heard a rumor that while Jeff Gillooly was sick, Gretchen went to Bass Lake. And so she like confronted her at the dinner. She's like, "Did you go to Bass Lake?" And Gretchen's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Your fiance is dying of cancer. Did you go to Bass Lake?" You just got to get into it. Like, it's one of those things that will live in your mind rent free is, did you go to Bass Lake? So check it out. It's really good. It is messy. There's that whole thing with, oh God, what's her name? Whatever. The new one that Tamra thinks is like stalking her life. She's engaged to the dude that helped allegedly like pilfer money with that Asian baseball player, that whole thing. It's so fucking messy. It's classic OC. Emily and her kids and Gina and her kids and dogs that shit all over the carpet. It's just so trashy and it's amazing. I hope you're all watching it. But we have bigger and better things to get into, don't we? Bigger balloon size things.
Another real star of a man. Another example of why are we giving this man a platform? A man
who knows how to regulate his emotions, I'd say.
Oh my God. Trainwreck Balloon Boy. This is a great one, by the way. Okay. You know what I want to say? His wife, if I were in a show and I had to perform the role of an obviously guilty person who was like, didn't know how to lie, I would just do an impression of whatever the fuck she was doing in this document. She's like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where he was. I just very obviously, or maybe she's just really weird, but like, I've never seen somebody, it was as if she was doing a caricature of a guilty person. I don't know where he was. It was weird. I didn't know.
And now this is them doubling down on that they did nothing wrong still. Like
was this not so visceral for you, by the way, when we started seeing the footage? Because I was like, ooh, this was locked into my memory banks in like some weird area I didn't know even existed.
Yes.
But once they started showing the footage and stuff, and even the clips of him on Wife Swap, because they played those when all this was happening, I'm like, I remember all of this. This guy sucks, and he sucks even more in 2025 looking back.
Yeah, and when they bring who he was matched up with on Wife Swap, I died. I mean, the memories came flying back, like her voice and her. Oh my God! And she has like this little like burn thing on her nose that I was really looking at. And I was like, oh, I wonder if she got that. But
maybe, yeah.
I mean, I actually I'm scared for his wife. Like he seems like the type of guy that has some major anger management, personality disorder, maybe something. I'm afraid
a lot of that Hotel Hell we did, where it's like where the guy was like the magician, or like he did the murder mysteries or whatever, that one.
Yes.
And it just
Michael Barnett, Natalia Grace.
Michael Barnett. Okay, now you're pissing me off. Sorry. It's a real indication of like these men where you have these reality show people, and the man is the one that was pushing for the fame. That is a dynamic I think is very, I'm going to say dangerous, but it's like, it's one thing if the woman, the wife, the mom wants to be the influencer, but like when the dad is the one kind of spearheading the whole thing, that's really upsetting to me. And it's not a great dynamic.
And it's like, the whole family is always having like, oh my God, he's so smart. He's so brilliant. And like, that's why we're doing this. Like, he's just, he's an entrepreneur. He's always coming up with something. It's like, no, he's like a grifter who is manipulating you into thinking like Nick Davis on Seeking Sister Wives. Oh, he's an intellectual. He reads a lot. That's why he can't have a job. How is he going to learn more? How is he going to have time to read?
Rebecca says, what do we think of the son? I actually want to say
which one?
Probably what's the Falcon? I was openly impressed with him when he said something. He's like, yeah, I watched these tapes back. I just thought he had a lot of emotional maturity, or he's a psychopath like his dad. But he was like, I look back at this and I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I was 9, so I can't really feel too guilty about it because I was a literal child. So I was impressed that he's actually like, that he's taken that approach to it of like, I was 9 or 6. Was he 6? He's like, I don't know how guilty to feel about this. I was 6 and I hid.
I mean, really, those kids don't have a chance between like this dude and I hope Richard and his wife are deeply in love, but like something just rings to me like, okay, so she didn't like have her citizenship and they were going to deport her, which is like extreme to that point. Like that is whatever, but like, why wouldn't he have helped her? Yeah. Like, get her citizenship. And I know I probably sound naive. Like it's, easier said than done, but she just kind of seems maybe, trapped in a way. Like he has chosen her to put her in this position where she doesn't speak the language. She doesn't have citizenship. She has no rights. She has no job. She has nothing outside the house.
I think that was a confession, by the way.
It's by design.
People are like, she taught English as a second language. So she knows what these words are.
My new sign just fell back there. A new sign I got at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. It says dry cow.
Oh, I like that.
I thought it was funny. Because like I went through menopause, I thought it was funny.
In college, right? I think she was confessing to the officer, and then she backtracked afterward.
Oh yeah, because she went home and you want to tell Richard that you admitted?
That guy, he's just such a definition. And again, since I did theater, I've met many men like this, and they just are they trigger me so much because he doesn't care about his family at all. It's him, Cody, that guy on
they're an extension of him.
Yeah, it's really just gross. It's gross. But anyway, the documentary was great. It was so fun to watch.
Yeah. Netflix, Trainwreck, Balloon Boy. I just wanted to point out the fact that you put this picture up and all my eyes go to is that kid's pointer finger, which is about to go right up his nose. And he's sucking on a glow stick. And I'm like, okay, well, that's going to be all over the place in 2 seconds.
But anyway, he says that he has something big planned coming up. Can't wait. This guy sucks. I can't believe he's still together. That was the most shocking thing. But then again, like you said, he definitely has her trapped.
Oh yeah.
Oops, I meant to delete this. Sorry.
You're fine.
All right. A couple DVR alerts before we get into Browntown. Yeah. First DVR alert is this is also major lore.
Yes.
I'm sure.
I'm throwing it up here.
Yeah, it's the yogurt shop murders. There's no drop date for this yet, but this is a documentary coming out on HBO. But years ago, I guess I'm assuming I was drunk. Messaged you
5-6 years ago, long time ago,
and I was like, I guess I told you for real. We were going to do a collab. We weren't even like a joint podcast yet, but we were going to do a collab, which everyone loved, by the way. And I think
it was like a true crime Patreon crossover. Yeah. Go back and it's there somewhere.
Wildly bad reviews afterward, but I was like, look up this murder.
You texted me. You're like, oh my God.
We got to talk
yogurt shop murders. Get on it.
We show up. Jody has done full research. She's got pages and pages of notes. And in the middle of it, she's like, so what do you think of this? And I'm like, honestly, I don't even remember why I texted you that. And that was
I don't really know about this case. And I'm like, you texted it to me and you're like,
I don't know.
No idea.
I don't know what I was doing, but anyway. But it is actually a good case. It's fascinating. These 3 girls were at this yogurt shop in this strip mall, and they were found. The thing caught fire, but then they were found stacked on top of each other, and it's just this crazy murder. But this is another example where they're giving they're showing pictures and footage and stuff. So if you care about the yogurt shop murders, they're going to do a full documentary. You'll get to see some old shit, and maybe there'll be some new clues. So that's one DVR. It should be coming out this summer, it said. And then the next one, most anticipated of the year. This cat is really irritating me now. Trainwreck. Twisted Metal season 3.
Oh shit! God, I did not even see that thing. God, I would have deleted it. Oh, here we go.
We've all been waiting for the drop date, July 31st. The whole trailer is out. You see Mitch in it a whole bunch. He was up here in Canada, Toronto, filming for 6 months. Recently, they did a whole Toronto month where they did a bunch of Canadian restaurants. So it looks good. If anyone doesn't care about Twisted Metal. I obviously only watch because Mitch is in it, my boy Mitch. But I really think that the show is made for girls or for funny people, girls and gays. It's funny, it's watchable. I can always understand what's happening. It's funny. There's some heart in it. There's not a lot of action-y sequences, and everything's very funny. Jody's obviously not going to check it out. Anyone else watch it?
This cover's lit. I mean, that.
If you want
scary clown with fire on its head is hilarious.
If you want something fun to watch with your man and you want to pitch something that that you both will like, this is a great one to watch with I think I watched this with Rob right before he asked to have a second drawer and I broke up with him. But we did watch that together. So
I'll be watching Back to the Frontier with Nana Loper.
I'll be watching because it's all content, baby. Let's get into. Are we ready?
Oh wait.
What?
Wait.
What?
Amanda, come on. You know what time it is.
I forgot. We had an Amber Alert that you snuck in at the 11th hour.
Amber. Now. This came up on my TikTok, and God, I can't identify with her. Amber having a make new friends. This is another old lore.
Oh, I broke there. Yeah, weird.
Okay, I'm sorry. I hope that doesn't demonetize, but I almost think it's worth it. Like
it's a bold.
It was so amazing.
It's a bold one. That's maybe one of the hardest songs.
Celine.
At 2 a.m. too. That's when your voice sounds usually the best. Okay, I'm gonna kill you. Stop.
I mean, she was committing. Also, at one point, you guys can go back and watch it. She looks down to look at lyrics, and I'm like, it's like I remember what it's amazing, and she was just committing to it. And I just broke. I love it. That's the Amber I know and love. That's what she's doing instead of getting paid to send a 30-second cameo that I've been waiting for 2.5 years.
Here's the thing. She already got paid for that, though. Cameo now just has you. Cameo just owes you money. You have a credit. Yeah. But she probably already got paid.
I just want to say that was also a crumble cookie alert that came out.
I wanted to know what that was. I assumed it was something like that, or menopause, something menopause-y. A period app.
That's a different app.
Yeah, I thought it was a period app because that's pink.
Yeah, no, there's a crumble cookie. Paige is trying to get me onto this crumble thing, and none of the flavors are jumping out at me, and they seem a little too pricey. So
I got some beaver tail cookies yesterday, this weekend. Have you heard of those beaver tails? The Doughboys talked to them when they were in Canada, but I never had
something sexy lesbian. I don't know.
No, they're just these cookies, but I got them and they were like, I got like cookies and cream cookies. So it was like crushed up Oreo, but then made into a cookie. I was like, God damn, this is why I can't like have stuff in my house. Like they were so good. Oh my God. Like just so good. I could eat 6 of them every day if I could. Okay. What are we ready for Browntown for good?
What time? Yes, let's do it.
Okay, let me just write down the timestamp. There's not much this month or this week.
Oh, there's enough. There's enough.
There's some content, but this content.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for Pooh.
Okay. Well, a lot of stuff. A lot of oldies but goodies this week.
Oh yes. Okay, so let me get over here. Whoa, my gosh. Comments are great. People are saying they saw the Amber thing on Reddit. That's amazing. Do you want to start with Cody?
Yeah, let's just get Cody out of the way, and then we'll move on to Tony.
All right. So you and I saw this, TikTok, Reddit. You all know where it is. Okay, so Cody sighting.
This is old. I do remember this coming out maybe 6 months or a year ago, but still,
really okay.
Bears repeating always.
Mm-hmm. I just want to zoom in on this gun show. The fact that he has his phone attached to his belt and it's swiveled akimbo sideways is so classic Cody. Also, not looking too muscular. A little saggy ass. Hair.
That's bad.
Ouch.
This is an example of so you look good in the mirror, but then you have to I have to put it out of my head that once I walk out into the daylight, people are seeing me turning my head like this or at a weird angle.
It's time to buzz it, dude. Buzz it down.
I know.
Your brothers look way better with shorter hair.
His brother was in he took his 2 besties 2 hours off route to look at Don King's blueprints, and his 2 besties were his brother who is 18 years younger than him, and Nathan. Go away, Nathan. I didn't realize how much Nathan is in Sister Wives. He's in a lot of episodes.
And I don't like him. I don't feel bad for telling him to go away with Aurora because he's there. Amanda, you're gonna need to wipe yourself down after this because check out those abs and pecs, guys. Ladies, yum. Look at that.
Does Robin?
Delish.
I was just gonna say,
Cody.
Does Robin even find him attractive? But I don't think it's ever been about that. It's obviously not about. It's not about any of it.
I think she is. I do think she is attracted to him.
No, because
hold on. I'm going to ask you a really difficult question here.
What?
David Preston, whatever, or Cody? Who would you rather fuck? Who's more attractive to you?
Oh, you mean Cody's like literal cousin? This is another thing I was thinking about because Corey and Carly.
I'm sorry, I couldn't fuck Aurora's face. I can't. No,
Yeah,
like,
Cody,
there's no way.
Cody looks exactly like him too. Corey and Carly just put out their episode, like Robin's chapter on how she met Cody. And how come nobody has brought up the fact that, like, yeah, of course she knew who Cody was. He's the cousin of her husband. Why are they acting like they've never heard of each other before? That's irritating to me. That's very irritating.
Yeah, and just bring up her previous marriage, for Christ's sake, at one of these episodes or tell-alls or something.
So bring him up and how it juxtaposes everything that you've been saying.
Okay, Jacob says, I still don't know what David Preston looks like.
I'll pull up a picture.
Aurora. Look at Aurora's
Aurora's
face. Not exaggerating. Like, she was born with her father's 40-year-old male face.
Keep talking, but I'll put it up on the
he has kind of like that stupid doe-eyed innocence of Aurora.
Like Cody. Looks exactly like Cody too. Here he is. Yeah, I think
he's got like a prettiness to him or something that I just.
Okay, here he is.
Yeah. No, I can't. No, I hate to say it, but
more attractive than Cody, I think. Jody won't even get this.
You gotta take it down. Like, it makes me uncomfortable. Like, it's like it like he's too pure. It looks like those, like, one of those Jesus paintings or something. I couldn't do it.
Cherubic.
Yeah.
Like, so does Aurora. She has got a cherubic face, whereas Brianna and all the other kids and Robin have like an angular quagmire face, if you will.
Wow. Okay, Jacob's agreeing with you. More attractive than Cody. I don't know. I don't think
Jacob and Costa both roasted me earlier about the Twisted Metal shits. Okay, I don't think maybe men wouldn't like it, but I think women, if you have a man that you need to watch something with, this is a nice little compromise. All right, and Mitch is in it.
Yeah. Okay.
So can we talk about Tony? I've been bitching about it forever. And Tony's obviously been listening to the podcast, talking about how there's no effing way you lost this weight.
The sheer volume of podcast episodes. Talking about that.
I'm skinny because I earned it, okay? He's doubling down, guys. He posted about I couldn't believe when he posted it. Again, I'm always angry at how good his screen name is because it's Tony Chestnut.
Y'all for this?
I hate you do it. Do it in Tony's voice. This is him. Oh, by the way, describe
Tony Chestnut. He is on a treadmill, selfie. This is how I imagine, like, the last sight of someone who's about to be murdered in S8 or something. Like this is really scary. Hair, sweaty curls all the way down. Very serious, gross facial hair. I hate when people say I lost weight because of Ozempic. Nothing wrong if that's how you do it. It's just simply not true. Eat well and exercise. You love yourself for it. Plus, you make room for more tacos. Hashtag exercise. Hashtag active dad. Hashtag husband. Hashtag change your life.
Hashtag husband? What the fuck does this have to do with
active dad?
Active dad.
Okay. Once today on a treadmill. Now,
that's what you said. You're like, I wonder how often he actually, and I was like, this is the day he worked out. This is the day, because Janelle does this too. Every time Janelle does go to the gym, she'll post about it, which is fine. But like, I see what
Janelle deserves it because she was roasted on national television and bullied by fucking trainer Bill, who made her step on a scale. And I was like, whoa.
Right.
Oh, Janelle, all your hard work is not showing.
But Janelle, I don't think, is on Ozempic. And Janelle has actually achieved this weight loss on her own. And like Tony, I think, is the epitome of a person that will work out once and then post about it and be like, just the daily grind.
Yeah, just so you know, I did look. The next screen is like his workout screen. I'm not going to shame it because it's more than I worked out, right? But it was like 3.5 for an hour and a half. Hey, good for you. I also think maybe he's not on Ozempic. Maybe it's generic semaglutide or Wegovy, or maybe nothing at all. But like, why even bring it up?
It's a technicality. You think he's like,
that's what I said. That's what I texted you. I'm like, hashtag technicality. Okay. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Or just post it. You're working out. Healthy dad, active dad. Like, I don't think anyone should be like shaming anyone, whether they're on Ozempic. And like, I actually think it's a compliment. Like, dude, you can afford Ozempic and be taken every month. Like, fucking get it. You know, like, yes, let's do it. For the hashtag husband.
Hashtag husband. What is okay?
Also, who is searching hashtag husband besides like maybe Christine?
Oh,
Like you're like, ooh, I wonder what hashtag husband is going to come up. Is it trending?
Oh, I bet it's awesome. I bet.
Also, I just want to point out the fact that I will go. His balls have got to be. I imagine them like so oversized and covered in like bumps, lesions, ingrowns. Like he doesn't shower afterward. It's just like fucking free ball, nasty smell. Gross.
I just don't double down on it. Also, like you both lost weight, an enormous amount of weight at the exact time. If you're not on it, McKelsey's definitely on it. And you're like, just stop. And the plexus, you lie about taking plexus too. It's irritating. He's very irritating. But we saw that one. Oh no, we talked about it last time with the spray bottle. He was doing that like princess treatment.
Oh yeah, so funny.
But the comments
getting up with the kids in the middle of the night. What was it? It was like
my water bottle.
Yeah, princess treatment.
Or bare minimum at princess treatment. But the comments on that video were like, "Fuck you, Tony, you fucking loser." So I
yeah.
Meri, that really just Meri's next here. But I just love the dynamic here as we've been on this watch on friend dynamic watch for quite a while now. And Meri, okay, so here we go. As you can see behind her, this is wacky. Real Meri Brown says, it might just look like a party, but don't be fooled. Behind the scenes, 3 new brands and business. Oh my God, I haven't read this. 3 new brands and businesses are in the making. Big goals, wild dreams, good vibes, and bold moves. Plus a whole ton of fun. Hashtag work hard, play harder. Hashtag new venture. Hashtag it's happening.
Okay, so
fine.
What do you think that is? To me, that sounds like she's like gonna start franchising, downlining her Worthy Up. Like the 3 new businesses are people that like signed under her. I bet.
Yeah, of course that's what it is. Of course that's what it is.
Because it ain't the B&B and it's not Worthy Up. I'd like, what is it?
But I'm loving I just really feel, based on nothing, I think Joelle and Jen hate each other. I just really get that. I just really think that the friend dynamic is not great. Like this picture, I just really think says a lot. I don't know. I just know this.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Girls.
She's like, what am I going to do with these 2?
Yeah, this one. But then Jen's not in on the joke, and Jen's going to look back later and be like, what the fuck? I think it's a lot of vying for Meri's attention between these 2. And I think Meri thrives in that kind of an environment. So
yeah, that's why she gets along with her friends, right?
Of course. As we all know, the second a man is involved, and the man says, I don't like so-and-so, then it's over.
Bye. Yeah.
So
he's out of there. What else? Okay, so we had Meri and that,
Cody,
is that it?
Okay, so Cody, but we want to not even so much this, but this is almost a placeholder for just that thing. We both saw the same TikTok of a girl talking about the other podcast named Senior Perspective, who's actually she messaged us when she was first starting her YouTube channel, asking for advice on how to do the YouTube channel, and we're like, we have no idea.
we don't go here either, babe.
Like ass backwards into this, so we have no idea. But anyway, I guess one of her listeners messaged and said that they went to Salsa Brava and they talked to someone who had just started working there, so they probably haven't signed an NDA yet. But I guess the story is that Cody will go to Salsa Brava like 3 to 4 times a week, request a table like in the back, and just sit
all day. No one's supposed to like come over, just leave him be.
So like what I think he just wants to get the fuck out of the house. And then he also wants to be noticed, but then not approached. Noticed, but not approached.
Mm-hmm. So I think I did respond to that one. I think I responded something.
You did. You tagged him.
Yeah, and I like tag because I was like, I want you to see this. Yeah,
talk
no,
about
this goes with the theory that I've always said. I think Cody has the personality of like a compulsive gambler or something, where he's always looking for that quick buck. He's always looking for like that big, win. And he probably does hit sometimes, and then they go and fucking buy art. So like no one knows about it or whatever.
Online gambling. Yeah, that makes sense.
He's probably paying poker on his phone or whatever. So I think he is telling.
He doesn't have like books out or anything, but like, or a laptop. He just sits there on his phone. And like, I don't think he really orders anything. He doesn't really talk to the male servers. He flirts with the girls servers. I mean, none of that is that like explosive, but just like, he's not there. Like, he just does not want to be. I mean, how could you?
He tells Robin he's going to work.
Yeah.
And we've heard her say before, like, no, he wasn't in the house. I mean, I don't believe her, but like, he did probably leave the house, say he's going somewhere.
She's at home pounding Xannies.
Oh, God. Yeah, that like does not surprise me at all. I think he drives around all day. He stops and gets whatever, kombucha or coffee. And he goes around to the next place, grabs something to read, just making it look as if he is a businessman. Because that is what matters to him, that he looks successful. He doesn't have to be doing anything. It's just, he has to look like he is.
He does. He wants to. That's the thing, is he wants to be seen. Oh my God, they must hate him. They must hate him.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we saw in another post that somebody said that he does tip well. So, I mean, he's already such a
You're probably spending more than that, like sitting at a Starbucks all day. You're probably spending $50 sitting at a Starbucks if you got to waste time there all day with food and drinks, and that's probably what he's spending there. And then leaves 100 and goes.
And I think Salsa Brava probably just like gets a nice payout from TLC, so they're like, we just need to keep this idiot happy. Like,
yeah, or he tips them. They're like, whatever. He sits there. He's not really ordering much. Just throw it over there. Bye. It's amazing.
It brings me back to a conversation we had on a recent episode of Sister Wives, where and I know we already talked about this, but like, do these people experience joy? And I just don't see how this is a joyful life for the two of them, when their every second of every day is engulfed in just trying to put on a persona instead of just actually like living in a moment and having real joy. But like, there's no way they can. Their kids are conditioned to like have no personalities. They don't have interests.
It's kind of like the teen moms. Like, they get that taste of it, and then like it's always like the next thing. You got to get a bigger house, or like a new pet. That's always a teen mom thing. A new animal, a new kid. Fine, let's have another fucking kid. New house, vacation, trailer, something. There always has to be that like that dopamine rush. That like, oh, I need something more.
Yeah, which I mean, I get the dopamine thing, but like also like to just not be able to I just don't think they. And I don't think they really are in love with each other. I think they're trauma bonded and they're obsessed with each other. But I think that's very different than actually being it. Because I think the second Robin turned on Cody, he would drop her like a hot potato, like he did with the other wives.
Oh yeah,
like,
and he's the type that like, I mean, God forbid something like whatever God forbid she's not doing well for whatever reason, right? He would be the guy that'd be like, I love my wife and I support her and I'm going to be here. But he's doing it not because he truly loves it, but because he looks like this amazing supportive. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I think that he would drop her in a second if it came down to his ego being fully. And same with the kids, Aurora and Brianna. If they don't toe the line, he drops them too. They're hopefully smart enough to see like, oh, look what happened with all 15 other kids. I wonder if that could happen to me too.
It's just a matter of time. Annie says, let's have another kid. Kale enters the chat. Exactly.
See, somebody, we're having a voicemail bag, as Jody teased earlier, next week. And somebody, I think it was Jacob, a man, asked us, like, what kind of funny stuff we get from you guys in the chat? And we're like, we love
every fucking week.
Yeah, because they're very funny.
Yes, we get a lot of all the time. Like, we're done. We're like, oh my god, you see, blah blah blah. All the time. You guys are so funny.
Lastly, Janelle. She's in North Carolina.
Smash that like for Janelle. Hit that thumbs up on the video. Why don't you?
I took a little video. It's 2 stories, and then she knows when the video is about to end, so she accounts for it by stopping and then going. And anyway,
Bella DeBall.
All right, so here we go. It's about bags. Who knew?
Hey, so funny. So today I was getting ready and I was leaving the house and it occurred to me that I have a North Carolina purse. So I think everywhere I've lived, I've kind of had things that I don't know, like that you just needed, right? Once in a while when you were out and about, like in Vegas, I think I had a fan and some sunscreen and whatever, like all the things, right? But here in North Carolina, I specifically have a North Carolina purse, at least for the summer. And so I had to upgrade to a bigger bag, right? Because, got to have all my room. And in my bag at all times is a can of bug spray. Because if you know, you know. Like, I swear they are everywhere. They're in your car when you get in the morning. I just got to be prepared. So I always have a can of bug spray. And I always have an umbrella because it just rains randomly. So that is like my North Carolina survival kind of, it's so weird to carry a can of bug spray with me. I've never lived somewhere that the mosquitoes were so crazy. Of course, I always kind of lived in the desert or a high desert, the Intermountain West. But yep, I have a North Carolina purse. I always carry bug spray and an umbrella. I don't know. What do you put in your bag that would seem kind of weird, that is kind of maybe unique to your needs in the area you live in?
She didn't know where she was going at the end there. She had to wrap it up. She has a little microphone on there for this one.
I have an umbrella and a sunscreen. And
you know.
I got this new phone over here. Got this new phone. And I'm in a North Carolina bag, and you have a state bag.
I can't see it, but there is one in my hand. Just believe.
And I got a new bag, and I fucking love. Okay, I've never had an issue with getting in my car and it's full of bugs in the morning. Is this a thing?
North Carolina thing, I guess. She goes, if you know, you know. I'm like, yeah, we know what bug spray is. It's somewhere everywhere.
I don't know about having to carry bug spray in my bag, because when I get in my car, it's going to be teeming with wildlife apparently in there.
Buddy? I just moved some bug spray to my car after watching this. I was like, that's a great place to keep bug spray. So I moved my bug spray, which actually is not my bug spray. It was me going, Mom, do you have extra bug spray? And she brought it right over.
Oh,
options.
You know what I always have in my car? I always have a bar of water, right? Bar water. What do you have?
She's so cute.
I love her so much. An umbrella. She's ready for anything. Umbrella, bug spray. I'm surprised she didn't say sunscreen.
Oh, yeah. She's got that fair skin.
You know what I feel like Janelle has in her car? I don't know this for a fact, but I know. Janelle keeps a roll of toilet paper in the car. You never know when you're going to use it. You got to pull over, maybe runny nose, clean up.
Have that in their car, actually, just in case it happens to all of us. All right.
I really love this woman so much.
I mean, and she's so great. And then Christine did a bunch of MLM stuff this week. And Cody,
what do you put in your bag? What do you put in your bag? I'm sorry. Can we play it one more time, please? I'm begging you, please.
Yeah. I'm gonna play all of that. It's long. I love the little break in between where she sees that it's running out.
Just one.
Hey, so funny. So today I was getting ready and I was leaving the house and it occurred to me that I have a North Carolina purse. So I think everywhere I've lived, I've kind of had things that I don't know, like that you just needed, right? Once in a while when you were out and about, like in Vegas, I think I had a fan and some sunscreen and whatever, like all the things, right? But here in North Carolina, I specifically have a North Carolina purse, at least for the summer. And so I had to upgrade to a bigger bag, right? Because, got to have all my room. And in my bag at all times,
not even a big bag at all. Little bag.
A can of bug spray. Because if you know, you know. Like, I swear they are everywhere. They're in your car when you get in the morning. I just got to be prepared. So I always have a can of bug spray. And I always have an umbrella because it just rains randomly. So that is like my North Carolina survival kind of, it's so weird to carry a can of bug spray with me. I've never lived somewhere that the mosquitoes were so crazy. Of course, I always kind of lived in the desert or a high desert, the Intermountain West. But yep, I have a North Carolina purse. I always carry bug spray and an umbrella. I don't know. What do you put in your bag that would seem kind of weird, that is kind of maybe unique to your needs in the area you live in?
That's okay. It is. Oh, these comments are hilarious. It's
very. Oh,
it's a regular can of bug spray, not a little one, not common. It's a full can of bug spray, and then also couldn't mention what type of bug spray or anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say we see the label on the back.
No. Can't see the purse either. It's a little tiny purse too. So this purse is just
wait till Janelle finds out that there's something called a weather forecast. It's on TV. Yeah. You can get it on your phone immediately to find out that rain won't just randomly surprise you.
Yeah, true.
Who knew?
The mosquitoes, though, as somebody who had, me and my dad both have whatever it is in our blood where like mosquitoes are fucking obsessed with us.
Same.
I mean, it is a nightmare. So like, hey, look, Janelle, I put in my bug spray in my fucking car now because it gets around my ankles, Jody.
Right. Do you, can I just ask you, do you have something random in your purse?
I don't carry a purse because my wallet's on my phone. I just do the tap.
So wait till Janelle hears about that one.
Oh no, the scammers though, Jody.
Scary scams.
Okay. Yeah. I have to go.
Yes.
It's over. We're done. But
I could talk forever.
Yeah, me too. All right, guys, we love you so much. Oh, make sure you check out Pod in the City.
Pod in the City.
Up over there, and check us out. We go live every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's actually, we have a really lovely little group over there. A lot of you guys are in there too. It's really lovely. The show is just really fucking terrible. So check us out. And what else? Just go to our Patreon.
Check out Patreon, Girl Dinner, TRP. Check out our merch shop. There's links all over the place. And you know what to do. We're going to be back next week, same time, noon Central. We're going to be taking a week off that first week of August. But you're not now?
No, I just didn't want to record that week.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind. We'll be here.
We're going to be here every Monday. We love you. And if anyone ever has any information of when the new Sister Wives episodes are going to start, give us the intel. We're like September again, but that's really soon. But we're caught up. So let's go. Come on. We got momentum.
That's right. All right. We love you guys. Smash that like. And Amanda, you want to play us out?
Yeah, you're all adults. Right, Walter? Bye-bye. Whoops.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.